As a taxi driver, Assad is always aware of the British way of life, and what he sees merely reinforces his views.
Whatever I see in my daily routines, especially at night time, it's bad the way women are treated, you know. Women in this country are abused. Men just look at women as a sort of sex object, you know. If he can see all her parts hanging out and flashing out everywhere, he's going to be more tempted to go to that woman and to perform, I don't know, sexual acts upon her. And Islam teaches against all these things.
Assad's retreat into his religion is now setting him apart from his passengers. What effect it had on the people who get into your cab?
Some people just don't speak at all. I've had one or two, you know, remarks. They might just look at me and think, right, Bin Laden appearance, he's one of them followers, you know what I mean? But, you know, I've not made any new non-Muslim friends. Most of my time I spend with my kids and my missus, or my mother and father, my immediate family.
You could become very isolated.
Well, I am to some extent, even now, because I don't see anybody.
Isolated and increasingly cut off from British life, Assad has gone from integration to separation, a journey that encapsulates the story of our survey. And the further he moves away from his British beginnings, the more he can understand why Muslims would bomb London. What do you think 7/7 was about?
Well, the lads who did it were young Muslims born and bred in this country. Basically, they thought that their views, what they had in Iraq and Afghanistan, I think that someone felt so strong about it, that they felt that strong, that they went and did what they did. They woke up one day, they thought, right, we've had enough of the protesting. I mean, how many millions of thousands gathered in London and protested against Iraq? Where were the politicians? They didn't listen to the people. The people who vote them in, they don't listen to them. So these young lads thought, we've had enough, they aren't listening to us, we've got no armour, we've got no army, there's no other way we're going to do it. This is the way forward.
More and more young British Muslims like Assad want to live apart, thereby bringing integration to a halt. Separatism breeds fear, misunderstanding, intolerance. Disagreements eventually flare into conflict. To restart the process of integration, there has to be real dialogue. And the first step is to understand what British Muslims really want.
Later this evening, you can follow the debate on Sharia TV. Young Muslims ask scholars and clerics just how they can navigate through 21st century Britain. Sharia TV at midnight on 4. A spiritual journey with children who see and hear dead people. Cutting Edge, My Child's Psychic, is next on 4. To download a podcast debate on young Muslims and to take the survey featured in this programme yourself, log on to channel4.com/dispatches.